Can you believe it is April 2023 already? No? Okay. So let's just say the tide is about to change. Yeah. Like that's the theme of 2023. Like nothing is as it was and nothing will be as it is. So it's like a coming and going of everything. It's a big awakening year, a big shifting year. Like if you are doing one thing, you're going to shift. If you think one way, you're going to shift. There's nothing that will stay the same. Make sense? Not yet? It will. Okay, so on April 6th, it's a very special day for many reasons, but the one I'm going to talk about is it's the only Libra full moon of 2023. And it's at 12:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the States. So in numerology, in angel numbers, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, a new beginning, right? So full moons are all about, a culmination. It's completion. It's releasing old patterns, releasing old thoughts, noticing what needs to shift and go, right? It's a shifting moment, and I'll get more into that, why we're shifting so much in 2 seconds. But with this full moon in Libra, it's literally like the ultimate balance. What does that look like for you? Partnerships, work, creativity, what do you need to balance? How can you balance? And what's the beauty of it all? Because Libra, they're all about beauty. Whatever is balanced and beautiful, and how can I make it beautiful? And that's what it is. It's like you're just going to notice the small things. And when we have the time of 12:34 a.m. Pacific time, Eastern Standard Time. If I've been saying Pacific time, I apologize. It's Eastern Standard Time because I will still be asleep in my time zone. Actually, anyways. So, you know what? What do you need to find balance? That's what you're going to be noticing around the 6th of April, and then 2 weeks after, up to 30 days of like bringing more of that in. What needs balanced in your life? Work life balance, your love life, your personal life, your professional life. Like what area isn't right? It could even go even smaller than that and go as basic as I drive too much to work. I want less time in the car. I want to have more time with my family. Whatever it is, you're going to find balance. Or you're spending too much time doing, a stupid TV show that you notice wasted your life, and I'm getting rid of Netflix now. Like what? What do you need to balance, right? So see how it plays out in your life. And let's get more into what the month has to offer. Okay, on April 11th through May 7th, we have Venus shifting from Taurus into Gemini. So what does this mean, you say? Well, we went just from like creating everything, taste, touch, beauty, everything Taurian, right? Like they are all about physically, like something tangibly beautiful. Like how can I make this relationship last, and what could I wine and dine this person? Like that is so much Venus in Taurus. I am that. But anyways, enough about me. But that's what it is. It's like wining and dining, finding the beauty in everything. So like take one thing and then mold it, right? And we're just finishing that up. Okay. Now we're shifting from like the basics of love, of like how we can build a foundation, into who's beautiful, who do I love? You connect with everybody. Geminis are chatterboxes, right? And they have 2 sides to them. So when we get into Venus and Gemini, it's like all of a sudden our best friend becomes our partner in life. And if we have a partner, all of a sudden they might become just a friend in life. It's very much like a shifting of things. And there could be like, it's a great time too, because Geminis are air, right? So how does air connect with love? Messaging, dating apps, checking somebody's Instagram, messaging them, their TikTok, whatever it is, even YouTube. It's connecting with people over the internet, over the phones. It's really just a time, like you might know somebody who knows somebody, because it's all about communicating. Oh, hey, I'm single. Oh, hey, this is what I'm interested in. Oh, I know somebody who's interested in that too, right? So it's a really cool time to just make friends, and fall in love with words. And like reading again, if you're taking a little hiatus from your reading moment, get back into a new book. You're going to get re-inspired, right? Fall back in love with reading, fall back in love with life, fall back in love with words. That is what we're going into until May the 7th, okay? So this is a big moment to remember. Okay, the next thing to note, on the 20th of April, there's quite a bit happening on this time, this date. So ready? Mark this down. We're changing signs from Aries to Taurus, so fire to earth. We're having the second of the two Aries new moons. This is also the solar eclipse new moon in Aries. And this is happening at 12:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1212. Big things, right? Big things. And also we have Sun and Pluto squaring on this date. Yeah. So not only do we have the energy shifting in the Sun aspect, right? But then we have Sun and Pluto squaring, bringing like triggers out. Mind you, the new moon is in fiery Aries, so it's like anything is is possible. And you might just throw caution to the wind. This would be an amazing day to do that. Do I condone any bad behavior? Sure. I'm just saying, like, if it's something to better you and your happiness, you're going to notice that you just start doing things for you because you need to grow, right? This is where the shift happens around this time. So between now and the next 6 months, your life, this is an eclipse season now, is going to get crazy. So make sure you mark April the 20th down, and this goes obviously into the fall. So the next 6 months, whatever comes up for you, do not ignore it. You can't. You know what you need. No one else does. And this is where you grow a backbone and become fearless and become the Fool card, right? You just throw caution to the wind and say, this is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. And this is how I feel. This is how I think. I don't care what you think. I don't care. This is me. And at the end of the day, it's literally just you and you. So embrace it. And this is going to start that shift. Mind you, we also have Pluto in Aquarius that just happened to like enter for the next, time. I'm just going to say 2 months at this point because it's only in there 2.5 months. So it's going to be a preview too of who you are going to become over the next 20 years. This is all a part of it. There is no whoops. Got it? Cool. Okay. Now this is why you should watch these videos a little early. Don't say I didn't warn you. On the 21st, the day after this new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and then we shift out of Aries season into Taurus season, we are now having our first Mercury retrograde affecting us. And this happens for the next 3 weeks until March the 14th. So the 21st through the 14th in Taurus, this is like money. Things can really show up. Money. With this, I'm also going to say we tend to overspend when we have this Taurian aspect because we want the more upgraded, luxurious things. It's all about textures, right? And visuals, and we're retrograding. So we might all of a sudden go say, oh, I need a new car. Well, what's wrong with your car? Can it wait 3 weeks? Can we get out of this weird little because you might get a lemon. I mean, it looks great on the outside, but the inside is like the motor fell apart. You know what I mean? So check the fine print. If you're signing a new contract for work, double check the fine print big time. Taurus is all about material things, right? So physical, tangible things, it's earth. So make sure you're reading everything that you would have your hands on, right? The money of it, the job description. What do you physically need to do while you're there? There might be a hidden line in there where you're going to go, oh, I didn't know I had to do that. I hate that stuff. Well, whose fault is that? I warned you. Since I want to make sure that you understand that there is so much happening, it would be such a bummer to miss out on all of the great things happening during this Mercury retrograde. So slow down. We are enjoying the last few moments of Jupiter in Aries, and it will shift out mid-May. So it's really time to take heed, take note of what you have. What is important to you? What have you built upon? What have you went out and tried? What do you want to go try? Those are what you need to do, right? So I'm encouraging you to really take the reins of your life, because when we get to May 1st as well, we have Pluto going retrograde. And I think it's really important that there's things that do need to end in our lives. There's relationships, there's old thought processes, there's old jobs, there's old things. Like, think of your entire life. There are things that you need to definitely throw out in your home, throw out in your, what is outdated? What's an old belief? What you were taught growing up, is it true? Ask yourself. Because chances are it's not. Chances are what you were taught was taught to them, who taught you, to somebody who didn't know better. So rewind. Ask yourself the deeper questions, right? It's big. It's big. So enjoy April, because April is a shift. And a shift you will not want to miss. That is sure. There's going to be a lot of change, abrupt change, healing, but getting real with yourself. That's the biggest thing I think I could say of anything. If you're not being true to you right now, in the month of April especially, I'm going to really challenge you to do more of you. Because at the end of it all, it's just you and God saying, well, what do you regret not doing? You say, oh my gosh, I just really wish I would have went there. I really wish I would have said this. I really wish I would. Why don't you? Why don't you? Go put yourself out on a limb before it's too late. Okay? With that, I'm going to wrap this up, and I'll see you soon, as always. So, happy April 2023. I can't wait to see what May looks like after this month is kind of collected, wrapped up, put a bow on it, and put it back on the shelf, right? Okay, so until then, bye for now.